Welcome, everybody, to Together We Rise, uplifting conversations for challenging times. This is where we bring on an inspiring guest every day at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we chat how they're coping with COVID-19. And I couldn't be more thrilled for today's guest. Before I give an official introduction to our guest, I want to shout out and thank our sponsor. Guys, COVID-19 is taking its toll on so many people. It can be tough to feel motivated. We can be feeling down. And if you do want to speak to a mental health professional, it's absolutely recommended to do so. We all need and could use those pickups from time to time. So First Session makes it easy to do that. You go into their online platform. You can see videos with all of their various therapists. Pick which one feels like the right fit for you, and then connect to them. And in light of COVID, the therapy is all online, and some of the therapists are offering discounted rates. So shout out and thank you to First Session.
That's awesome.
Yes, thank you. I'm 𝐭𝐡𝐢𝐬 Zeppieri, and I'm so happy to be hosting these daily lives. And when I think about who I want to bring on, I think about the people that you look at their feed, you see what they're up to, and it just brings a smile to your face. And I had the pleasure of working with our guest on a few different events for Vaughan Mills Shopping Center, and we're so thrilled to have her here today. So Zehra Allibhai is an in-demand fitness trainer and the fitness expert on Cityline. As a busy mom of two, Zehra is passionate about empowering women and families to stay fit together and is the founder of TheFitNest, which is a whole brand. It's a blog, it's a vlog, and more. Zehra has blazed a trail for Muslim women as being one of the first prominent females in the Canadian fitness space to wear a hijab. And she's been featured in many publications, many television shows. I was even looking at her in Self magazine and her article there while I was researching for today. So congrats on everything you've done, and welcome, Zehra. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you so much. I needed that. I've literally been like slapping in my pajamas all day for like the last couple weeks. So thank you very much for that. I'm like, oh,
no,
okay.
I honestly mean it. What you're doing is phenomenal. And I just want to kick it off by asking you, how has COVID impacted your life and your business?
It's been interesting. So like you mentioned, I've got two kids, so we're figuring out homeschooling. That's why I'm like in my bedroom right now, because I can't be anywhere where they're like yelling and screaming. So yeah, it's definitely been interesting. So the nature of my business, I teach in-person like classes as well. So I miss those a lot because it's so nice to connect with your clients one-on-one. As much as the online community is amazing, it's so nice to have those classes that I've been, teaching forever. And I teach a seniors class that I really miss teaching. And so I miss that social aspect. Luckily enough, a lot of my business is online. So it's nice to keep connecting with my clients that I train online. And I have like a 6-week challenge that I do. So I've had a couple of right now we're going through, I think, the 6th session. And it's kind of funny that it started right in the midst of all this. So the women were already working out from home, which was great.
That's good.
Yeah. And even before, I really wanted people to realize that fitness was accessible to everybody. So the idea of working out at home, working out with your kids, fitting in fitness into your life. So it's been a change in terms of personally, business-wise. I mean, I do work with brands, and a lot of brands have kind of held off because they don't really know what's going on. So in that sense, it's affected it a little bit. But yeah, just trying to make it work, trying to weave in getting work done when the kids are home. That's kind of been the challenge because there's no like separation there. They're kind of like in your face all the time, and so that's kind of been interesting. But yeah, it's definitely an adjustment, but I'm lucky in the sense that I still have this online community. I know it's hard for so many people who have in-person businesses, and my heart goes out to them because I know so many of them are struggling right now. So yeah, I consider myself blessed in the sense that I can still connect and I can still work online.
So what are those pieces that are part of your day that keep you motivated and help give you a sense of normalcy even during a chaotic time?
Yeah, so working out has definitely been something that I kind of fall back on. To be honest, I just want to put this out there, being a fitness expert. The first week actually, I was like, I don't really like, everyone was feeling out of sorts, and like you hopped in, which was amazing. You were doing these lives. I just didn't feel like doing it. I was like, I felt like so overwhelmed, and people were messaging me and like, why aren't you doing live sessions? Right. And I just felt for myself, I needed to just kind of figure out what my new normal was, what my routine was, getting my kids sorted out. So to me, that was a priority. So the first week my fitness kind of took a back seat because I just didn't feel like I was in some sort of routine. My daily routine was going and teaching my classes, and that was my workout, and I wasn't getting those in. And so I was kind of like in a bit of a funk, and I think that's normal. And I just want to put it out there that I don't think people should feel like, you know, this is the time to get fit. This is the time to, you know, do all the things that you've been wanting to do, because mentally we're in such a different state that you may have time, but you may not feel that motivation to do it. Now that I'm in a bit more of a routine, just being active every day has really helped, whether it's going out for a walk with the kids, whether it's, you know, doing a workout, whether it's doing yoga, which is something I really haven't been doing. So just kind of doing things that, you know, I haven't had a chance to do before. So that's kind of been helping a lot. Just having routine as well, like with the kids in their homeschooling, that's definitely been interesting to say the least. So they make sure they're like, it's a holiday, Friday and Monday, no homework, mama. And I'm like, all right, fine. So just getting that, they're sleeping in. It's like, you know, there's no sense of routine or schedule. So kind of getting into that as well. And just kind of making sure they're tackling some things on their to-do list that they've been sent from their teachers. We've been cooking a lot, which has been so nice to do with the family. The kids are like picking meals and they're helping us cook. And that's kind of been really nice too. And our daily like FaceTimes with family and grandparents. So that's kind of been nice as well.
You're getting so much love in the comments here, which is amazing. So it is hard. There's so many comments coming in, guys. If you have a question for Zehra, there's actually a question sticker below. Please feel free to type it in. I can see that. And then I'm happy to, I'm happy to pass the questions on to Zehra. But like, just even as you're talking, like, look at you, like you're juggling your family. You're making all of these meals. And what I love is on TheFitNest, you post these incredible recipes that are healthy and, you know, just look like they use up all the items in your fridge, all the good produce. And you're also like working out with your children, which I think is phenomenal because you're really showing them like this healthy lifestyle and getting them involved in a young age. So what is your advice to other mamas out there and papas for how they can involve their children a little bit more in fitness and in healthy eating and maybe even doing chores and that around the house?
Yeah, so it's definitely been a learning process. I'm very lucky. I mean, they're still young. Who knows what's going to happen in a couple of years when they figure out that maybe their mama isn't as cool as they think she is. But right now, the one thing I have noticed is that, like, even right now, like I told my son, my husband's home today. He's usually working, but today he's home. And I just like go out and play basketball while I'm doing this live. And he's like, my husband's like, okay, let me play with you. So I think the idea of doing it with them, it's a lot of times we kind of want to separate, like go outside and play or go and be active. But I think the more you do it with them, the more likely they are to do it. And it might not be, you know, a lot of times you want that time to yourself, but I really realize that like working out with them and being active with them and kind of getting them involved in terms of doing it with them so they see you doing it as well. So they're like, okay, I'm going to do it too. It's not separating. Like, yeah, there are times I think you need a break and you need them to go out or do something on their own. But I really think the idea of involving them in it, like, okay, what exercises are we going to pick today? Even if it's silly exercises or, you know, just getting them involved, letting them feel like they're in charge of that action and you're listening to them sometimes, that really makes them feel, because we're always telling them what to do, right? That's one thing I think all parents in COVID and quarantine, we're constantly nagging our kids and telling them what to do. So if you're like, all right, for the next 20 minutes, we're going to be active, but you choose whatever we want to do and let them pick it. And I think it's really nice to let them feel like they have that control. It's really made a difference. And one huge thing, and I was very lucky growing up too, my dad was super active with us as well. Like doing it with the kids and being active with them, I think you're creating these amazing memories with them. And then it's like a feel good thing. Like I'm getting to be active with my parents. I think it's a really nice way. And it's a really good way for you to be, for them to want to do those activities with you. And like you said, with cooking as well, I think, you know, a lot of us were like, don't make the mess, don't do this, don't do that, right? And I really had to let go of all of that. Like, good thing I'm not a neat freak. I'm not like, whatever, it's already a mess anyway, so whatever the kids have to do it. But I think it's letting them just feel like they have that control, right? Like it might not be perfect, but just letting them make those mistakes and letting them really be involved, I think it makes a huge, huge difference.
And just speaking to your personal journey, because it is very, very inspiring to see what you've done and what you've built. And like, as I was preparing for the show, I was reading up and looking at articles from you, 5 years ago, and how it's kind of grown and increased since there. You're a Muslim woman, a proud Muslim woman who confidently wears a hijab and is posting these fitness videos, which at the time when you were especially starting out was something that people didn't see all the time. And so you've really just been like paving new paths and breaking new barriers. What are the messages that you're hoping that your page and the FitNest and everything that you're doing sends out to the women and to the people who are following you and reading along?
So I think first and foremost, like I've always been active, and I guess, I've always been very lucky to teach classes and get myself involved in fitness. I started wearing hijab when I was young, like, I was about 9, 10. So growing up playing sports, my hijab was always just a part of me, and it wasn't something separate or, so I think just even when I started filming these exercises and filming my workouts and stuff, I think it was just, this is me, I love fitness, and I just want people to know that you can look different, but it doesn't matter. Like, fitness is for everybody. And I didn't realize until I started posting it that there was such a need for it. Like, I'd get messages being like, oh wow, it's so nice to see someone like me who is working out. And it's, and I think whether women wear hijab or not, I think it was just giving people another option to look at, right? And another person to be like, okay. And a lot of times it can be intimidating when someone is working out and you see their six pack and you see this and you're like, that might not be what I feel like that's intimidating. I can't achieve that goal, or maybe that's not someone's goal, right? The idea is just to be active in whatever capacity it works for you. So it's been really nice to see the feedback and the support, and I didn't realize that there was a gap. I just loved it so much, and I wanted to share it with people, and I got over that hump of, feeling silly filming myself. And, like for every post, I remember like 3 years ago, I was like sweating. I'd post a video and be like, oh my God, what are people going to think? What's my mom going to think? Like, just like silly things like that. And it's a big cultural thing, right? Like a lot of times women in our community maybe don't put themselves out there. And like, even just my mom is a little bit more traditional, and she's like, yeah, this is good. What is good? Like, and I was like, yeah, I guess. She's like, it's good. Let people see that, like, you can be you can wear anything, you can be at any level, as long as you're encouraging people to be active and you're sharing your love of fitness, then hopefully people will see that and it'll resonate with them. And so far it's been, it's been a really positive response. And I love that people can see that fitness is more than just what it was in the past, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like as people are commenting, representation matters. Like it's really paving such a unique path, and you bring up such a good point. When we think of like the typical Instagram fitness pages, you think, oh yeah, you have to be showing lots of skin and you have to be doing all of these sorts of things in order to show that you're fit.
Yeah.
But you are an example of someone who is so fit. And like the workout that you just posted, you had like 2 cans and you're doing like the she-wolf like jumping jacks there. It was incredible to watch. But you're honestly such an inspiration to so many people, and really just showing that fitness is about so much more than just showing off like a bicep picture on Instagram. It's about a lifestyle, and it's about like strength from the inside out. So we're so grateful for that.
Oh, thank you. And it's just about, my biggest thing was having fitness be accessible to anyone and everybody. I don't want anyone to ever look at my page and be like, oh, I could never. Like, you can do it. You can be silly with cans and jump around the house. It doesn't have to be the way it's just the whole idea of getting up and moving and feeling good, right? So that's kind of been my whole thing. I don't ever want anyone to feel intimidated or feel like they can't do it. I want people to see it and maybe be like, okay, maybe I can't do that exercise, but I can get up and move today. And that's the most important thing, I think.
And if you guys are looking to be motivated, like honestly, Zehra's posting great videos. I wanted to hop along with you. You look like you were having so much fun doing that workout. It looks like a great workout. And also your recipes are all up on the FitNest, so people can access them if you're looking for those pieces of inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
So if you haven't tuned into Together We Rise before, basically we finish our interviews with our guests with a lightning round where we ask them 10 quick questions to get to know them a little bit better and get some of Zehra's recommendations that we can take with us. So Zehra, first off, what makes you a good person to be quarantined with?
So this morning, actually, my husband was like, he's like, like, I've been trying a bunch of new recipes, and he's like, you're kind of like doing really good with all the new recipes. So I said to him, I'm like, aren't you glad that you're with someone that knows how to cook? So I would say knows how to cook, and also I like to have fun. So, you know, let's have fun, let's be silly. So maybe those are two good things, I guess.
And the flip side,
he made a comment, he's like, dude, can we clean up a little bit? And I'm like, we'll get to it.
So that's my flip side of that question.
Oh, okay.
Is what makes you a not so good person to be quarantined with?
I'm very messy. Not in a, I'm like, we'll get to it. We'll, you know, so yeah. What else?
That's enough. You don't have
That's
to.
enough. There are many more, I'm sure.
That's awesome. I'm going to pull in, actually, we're in the lightning round, but we're getting quite a few questions here, and I want to pull in one that kind of stood out to me right off the top.
Okay.
I know. So we have a Tia here who's asking about encouraging her mom to do a form of exercise. She's 70 and maybe not always feeling the most motivated. So what can she do to help motivate her?
So if she can get out for walks with her mom, that's great. I don't know if she's with her mom or not, but I will give you a resource. So as I mentioned, I teach a seniors class a couple of times, once a week, and I really miss them. And I used to get a lot of messages from them. They're like, we can't do the exercises. So I created 2 YouTube videos that are for complete beginners. Anyone can do it. You don't need any weight. Some of them can be doing sitting on a chair. So if you want to check out my YouTube channel, it's just TheFitNest. And it'll say complete beginner upper body, complete beginner lower body. My parents were that same age. I sent them to my mom to test them out, and she did them, and I've had some good feedback. So if you want to send that to them, you can send them the link, email it to them if they want to do it on their laptop, or send them through WhatsApp, and that's something that they can save and do. Yeah.
That's awesome. The great resource. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
We're moving on with our lightning round. We're still getting lots of questions in, so I'll try and get another few snuck in there at some point. My next question for you, Zehra, is what is a favorite motivational quote that you keep in mind?
So there's 2 that I kind of keep in mind. So one is progress over perfection. And that I tell a lot of my clients, like, again, a lot of people like, I can't do this, or I don't have this perfect equipment, or I don't have this, like, progress over perfection. So a little bit is better than nothing. And one that I've been feeling during quarantine is there's so much we can't control during this time. So let's focus on the stuff that we can control. So those are 2 quotes that have kind of been helping me out.
Love it.
Yeah.
How about a go-to pump up song?
Ooh. So the kids and I have been loving Drake's new song, his 2C. It's been fun. So that's one that we have really just been enjoying. Yeah. And then the song I just did, like you said, my last workout too. So it's so funny. I kind of did it to the beat of the music, which I've never done before.
You did,
no coordination.
Yeah. No, I was like waiting for it, and then like the 8 count came in, and you're like,
exactly. So that was actually a lot of fun. It took a lot longer than I thought, and appreciation goes to all those choreographers, because I was like, I get it now. I get like what a workout that is. So it took me about like 20 tries to get it before I did that one. So that's kind of been that Shakira song's been a fun pump up song.
It's a good one. I really like that.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Current at-home workout. I know we've already talked about this, but maybe like one of your favorite kind of go-to workout routines.
Yeah, so one thing I have done is I usually work out in the basement. That's where we have all our equipment. But for some reason, I don't want to go down into the basement these days. I brought my mat and some weights up to like our living room, where there's like a lot more light, and it's on the main floor, so I see it. It's just been simple. Like, even me, I just feel like I don't feel like doing crazy involved workouts. So I've just been picking like 2 or 3 exercises, and then I just do circuits. So instead of doing like 7 or 8 different exercises, I just pick like 3 or 4, and I just do circuits. So I try to get like a little bit of everything, like some legs, some upper body, some core, and some cardio. So that's kind of been it.
We're getting a question. People are asking about like weight loss during this time, and obviously being in quarantine. And one comment or one question that stood out to me in particular is somebody who has a bit of an injury. So they're kind of recovering. So they're looking for like, what are the best ways to kind of do some cardio, even with like a bit of an injury?
Yeah, so obviously it depends what type of injury it is. And I've got like a little bit of a shoulder injury, and this time is actually the best because you know, you can take that time to recover and, you know, maybe not like push, like I don't have access to weights that I normally, you know, do in CrossFit and stuff. So, but if you can, just simple things like walking, it's still safe to go out and walking. Most of us are in Canada. I know in other places you're not able to, but again, if you're keeping that distance from other people around you, can still go out for a walk. If you can even just like walk around your house, like do things like jumping jacks, you can do things with still low impact exercises, like side steps. You can do marching on the spot, like even just little things like at the counter of your like bathroom counter or your kitchen counter, like bust out some push-ups and things like that. Like again, it doesn't have to be so structured, just have fun with it. So just as long as you're keeping active, if you've got an injury, maybe search like a low impact yoga or Pilates workout on YouTube. You could do something like that as well. That's
really good advice. That's awesome. Go-to healthy snack.
My go-to healthy snack these days has been, I got to share all my snacks with everybody these days. I'll like pack a snack or I'll make myself a snack and it's like gone within 2 seconds. I'm like, what? That was for me. Anyways, so it's been a couple of different things. Peanut butter with apple or banana. Love that. I throw in some cinnamon, some hemp hearts. That's a great snack. We've been doing like dates and almonds, which like when the kids want something sweet, we do like hummus with carrots and cucumber. So just trying to have those things on hand because we are definitely reaching for the unhealthy snacks and we're doing a lot more baking and stuff. So just trying to have those out so, you know, we can have that for all of us, not only the kids. Like I have that to munch on too, so I'm not grabbing something else.
How about a book recommendation?
I've actually been, it's an audiobook. I've been reading Atomic Habits.
That's so good.
So it's been good. Like, so I've just been like, while I'm cooking or something, I'll pop my earphones in. I wish I was reading more. I actually have like a stack of books. I don't know why I'm not like, I don't know. It's just, I thought I'd be reading a lot more than I am. But yeah, so Atomic Habits, it's been good so far. I'm about halfway through. It's definitely been a good read so far.
How about Netflix show recommendation?
So one struggle has been to find something that all of us enjoy because again, we're home a lot more. So we started watching Kim's Convenience with the kids.
Oh,
I don't know if you've seen it, but it's mostly like we've kind of flagged a couple of episodes that, you know, the subject matter might be a little bit mature for them, but the kids are really enjoying it. It's based in Toronto. It's super multicultural. It's just so much fun. So we've been having fun watching that with the kids. And Z and I, we've been watching, we love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's a lot of fun. It's
nice.
Yeah, and The Good Place is a really good show too.
I've heard good things about that one.
Yeah, it's really fun. And I don't know, for some reason, we usually watch like heavier shows, but at night I just want to watch something light. And so we've just been enjoying those.
Awesome. Okay, we're down to the last 2 lightning round questions. Any new skill or hobby that you've been wanting to try and maybe now that you are at home more, you might give a try?
So one thing I said, I really used to enjoy doing yoga. I haven't done it in a while, so I'm really trying to get back into yoga. My goal is to get to doing the splits. So my daughter and I have been practicing that. Very slow progress, but I think we're making progress. So that's one thing I really have been wanting to practice. I don't know if it's just something that we've been having fun doing. Another thing I really love, I've just gotten into not gardening, but like house plants and stuff. So I'm learning to like propagate plants and like just learning to like not let my plants die and like figuring out like how to take care of them. So that's been something fun. And cooking, I love cooking, but I've just really been enjoying trying out new recipes as well.
Zehra, you're honestly doing everything.
I
saw you.
One thing I'm not doing is organizing my house.
Okay, you get a pass on that one. But threading, I saw you learning threading.
That's something you know what, there's like handy skills that I never knew would come in like super handy. But yeah, threading is, I did not realize how many, because we do like, so especially being of Indian background, like we, you know, like eyebrows. And so, yeah, so threading is something I learned when I was super young. And I've always done it for my mom and my sisters and my nieces and stuff. So it was a really handy skill to have. So I know a lot of people were trying it out and hopefully it'll help people.
Honestly, that should have been listed with like one of the things that make you a good person to be quarantined with, because girl,
oh yeah, your eyebrows look amazing though.
I need the threading. That's awesome. If you're just tuning in, we are recording this whole interview with Zehra, and it's actually going to be posted up on my page at Katie Zeppieri after today, so you can go back and tune in. I saw somebody ask what the book recommendation was. It's Atomic Habits by James Clear. Shout out to Zehra Allibhai. She's joining in. Hi, Zehra.
Oh, she's awesome.
She was on our show the other week, so that's awesome that she's here. Okay, lastly, Zehra, where can people connect with you outside of today's live?
So you can find me on Instagram, Allibhai, and you can email me at zehra@thefitnest.ca, and everything else is TheFitNest. Just Instagram is Allibhai, and the rest is TheFitNest. So yeah, send me a DM, send me a message. I always love it when you guys try out a workout or a recipe. And yeah, I just love connecting with you guys. And I hope everyone is staying safe and yeah, sane.
Awesome. Yeah, really. Thank you so much for your time, Zehra. There was just so much good advice, tips, resources. And again, if you're looking for great recipes, if you're looking for workout ideas, if you're looking just to be uplifted, Zehra's page is the place to be, as well as her blog, because there's so much great content up there. So Zehra, thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, no, my pleasure. And thank you so much. I know how much time goes into just doing like one live. I cannot believe how you're doing this. Like, it's amazing. And like the people that you have on has been really amazing as well. I was kind of like looking last week who you had in this week. So thank you so much for doing this as well. I think it's a great purpose, and it's a really nice way for people to connect.
So together we rise, everybody. I'm here daily at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be back tomorrow with another inspiring guest where we're keeping the conversations uplifted, because as much as it feels like we're stuck right now and there are so many reasons to be down, there's also reasons to find joy in every day. And that's why we love bringing on our inspiring guests to help remind us of that. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the other side. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.